Hello, Facebook world. So here we are. We're back in Tucson for another episode of Whip It Up Wednesday. Today, we are going to be doing a s'mores dip. So one of the things that I haven't had a chance to highlight yet is our entertainment cookware, or our entertainment stoneware. And so I wanted to make sure that I highlighted one of our pieces. And while Facebook goes and gathers some folks, I'm going to go grab two more of our pieces that I have over there because my pampered chef is kind of overflowing. So I will be back and you guys get to look at my festive little skirt while I got it. Everybody, so I'm back. I know those cute sous chefs, I had to leave them in Las Vegas, but hopefully they'll be cooking with us again sometime in the June-July time frame. For those of you that don't know, I am leaving my wonderful, amazing, somewhat cluttered kitchen and moving to Las Vegas here in about a month. I guess a little bit over a month, so about a month and a half. So I'm only going to have a couple more Whip It Up Wednesdays here. And then I might actually not be able to do a Whip It Up Wednesday because I'll be on a cruise ship at the end of May. And then hopefully in my new house, I'll be able to start up and you guys can see my new kitchen. If not, then I'll be cooking a lot more with my sous chefs until I get a new kitchen. But today we're going to whip up a really easy recipe. For those of you that are chocolate lovers, you guys have seen me do a s'mores cake before. For those of you that don't remember, it's when I almost caught my entire kitchen on fire. So today we are going to do a s'mores dip, and there might be a period of time where I don't talk to you guys because I want to make sure that I'm not going to catch my kitchen on fire. So really easy recipe. It calls for 2 to 3 ingredients depending on how you like your dip. So I have some chocolate morsels. We've got some milk chocolate and semi-sweet, and marshmallows, and then graham crackers. I'm a big fan of the cinnamon graham crackers, so we're going to put those around when we are done. So here's how easy it is. You rip open, if you can remember how to rip open, or just for sake of time, we're going to use my really old Pampered Chef shears. So we don't sell this kind or this color anymore, but we do still sell some Pampered Chef kitchen shears. So we're going to cut these open. And again, we've got our semi-sweet and our milk chocolate morsels. And those are just going to cover the pan, or the dish. So what I'm using is I'm using one of our entertainment stoneware sets, or items. This is our glazed ceramic bowl. So you guys can see, it's a pretty large bowl. I just put 2 full, what is this, 12 ounce, 16 ounce packs? 11.5 ounce packs of chocolate morsels in there. And it doesn't even come up. So here's the bottom of it, and it comes to about there. So quite a large bowl. This is really, really good for like baked pastas and stuff like that. And here's the part that I love about it, especially when it comes to dips. We actually have a smaller version. We have a set of 2 small ceramic glazed bowls, and they're really good. I can put some, I can make 2 different flavored dips if I wanted to. If I wanted to use the s'mores, I could do one that's just plain chocolate, and I can do one that's chocolate peanut butter. I can also do smaller versions of like a queso dip and maybe a spinach artichoke dip. So there's a lot of ways we can do this. This is a nice big size. This is going to go to the office. So those of you that are on my Facebook that work in my office, you guys get some s'mores dip tomorrow. So again, it's our glazed ceramic. Another nice thing is it's a really pretty kind of nice tan color. So I take it out of the oven, I put it on the table, it's ready to go. Unlike a skillet, so if you have a nice black skillet, which I don't know where mine is, it's somewhere in that heap over there, but that's not as pretty. So again, for those of you that like to entertain, we like to keep things functional and pretty. And so we've got our entertainment set. So here's our large bowl. It's called our large serving bowl. So I've put the 2 packs of milk chocolate and semi-sweet morsels in there. And then I'm just going to top it with some marshmallows. You can use big marshmallows. I just grabbed the small ones because, to be completely honest, I thought I was going to use my smaller bowls. But they're both dirty and kind of gross. So we're going to do this. And we're going to take these small mini morsels, or mini marshmallows, and just cover the top of the bowl. Let's see. Yes, the color in this is about the same color, Sin. Here's the easy way. And these kind of sticky. It's a little bit humid here in Tucson, which those 2 words don't tend to go together very well. But things are sticking together a little bit more than usual. So we're going to take these mini marshmallows and we're going to spread them out. You can do as much or as little marshmallows as you want. If you have the big ones, they say to cut them in half. For those of you that like marshmallows, don't cut them in half. Just put them right on top. And you're just going to kind of put a nice even layer around. So if you are using the smaller bowls, they come in 2 separate colors. They come in this tan kind of sand color. And then they come in a gray stone, which is really pretty. So just so you know, there are 2 separate colors for that. For the large bowl, there's only this one sand color. I'll show you. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good color match using that. And you know what? I like to always have some leftovers marshmallows so I can snack on it. Oh, one of them popped in there. Ha! Alrighty, so let's see. We got a nice even layer. We've got our oven up at 450. We're going to pop this in the oven and we're going to bake it for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm actually going to listen to my timer this time. Setting it for 5 minutes, and then we're going to take a look at it. What we're looking for is for the marshmallows to brown on top. And then when we're done with that, we're going to stick some of these graham crackers in the side, so it's nice and entertainment worthy. And people can just take the graham cracker and dip it in, and they've got themselves a s'mores cake. So while that's going on, I'm going to show you some of our other products from the line. So this is our small serving platter, and you can kind of see that gray color. That's the other color for the bowls. So this is our small serving platter. Here's my hand. I don't have a ginormous hand, so it's kind of 2 hands wide. That's an easy way to determine. So it's relatively small. And then we have our large serving platter, which is a little bit more than 2 hands wide. That's how I'm going to measure everything from now on. How many hands? So those of you that know me, that's my hand size. I don't know how big that is. I don't know. I'm not even going to start to guess. But we have our large serving platter. One of the things that I absolutely love about these and how I use them is you can make like roll-ups. So chicken rolled with or stuffed with cheese and meat and stuff like that. So maybe for those of you that are in the military and deploy, you might know the reference. I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but we call them hamsters, also known as chicken cordon bleu. And you can stack those here. You can probably fit about 4 to 6 hamsters on the large. You can definitely fit 4 hamsters on the small. So basically, you just kind of stack them like this. You put them in the oven, you cook them. You don't have to transfer them to anything. If you use one of our, like a cookie sheet or something like that, you probably don't, if you're entertaining and you're having friends and family over, if it's really close friends and family, throw that cookie, cookie sheet out on the table. Cookie sheets are quite large though, right? Or you can have this nice little entertaining platter and you put it out and it looks just, it's really nice. It's sleek, it's pretty. It goes with pretty much any color scheme. For those of you that know my kitchen, I kind of have a gray scaled color scheme, so it goes with mine really well. It also matches my shirt. That's kind of, I just realized that as I was holding it up. And then if you guys can't tell, it's got a nice little lip on it right here. So you can even have sauce-based stuff. If you want to do kind of a heaping pasta, so like a spaghetti, and you got that spaghetti sauce, you can put that on here as well. Ravioli would go really well in there. You could also, using the large serving bowl, and we're going to take a look at this real quick. Oh, it's looking good. It smells amazing too. The large serving bowl, you could do kind of a baked ziti, maybe even a lasagna in there. It's just going to be circular. So there's a lot of different options with our entertainment ware. I really wish I had the bowls to show you, or even the size, but basically the size comparison for the bowl is I can fit it right here in my hands. So again, size, I tend to use my hands and my body, which means you have to kind of know me or have met me, but the bowl is about that high, and I can fit my hands around it, so it goes like that. It should have been made at your house, Cindy. Your sous chefs would have loved it. For those of you that don't know, Cindy is one of my really good friends, and we filmed her kids during the last Whip It Up Wednesday, and then the Thursday night episode of Whip It Up Wednesday, because I know I'm going to be gone, so I wanted to make sure that I gave you two. But it's kind of like, going back to my hand references, it's kind of like how you measure horses, except for I'm not measuring horses, I'm measuring my dishware. So, while things are cooking, I wanted to kind of show you some of my most used products. And the way that I know that they're my most used products is they're sitting within grabbing reach, as I drop something, of me. So, in my drawer here, I have my grater. So, I love the microplane grater. We have the coarse size and we have the fine size. I don't really use the fine size because we also have our zester, and that's what I use instead. So one of the things to note with our coarse grater is it actually has two stages. I can have it angled like this, so I can set it down and kind of shave the cheese this way. So it's kind of at that nice 45-ish degree angle. Or I can lay it flat across something and grate it. Where the coarse grater comes in play really well is if you have, where the fine grater. If you have the fine grater on here, you can take a hard cheese and you have that big ziti pasta in that big large serving bowl, just hold it over, kind of grate that coarse cheese over top. So again, I absolutely love our grater. It's right on top where I grab. The other thing you guys have seen me use is our juicer. You can actually tell how much I use it because it's actually got some patina in there. And I'm not going to ignore the timer. Okay, we're going to set the timer for another about 2.5 minutes. You can smell that marshmallow right there. Alright, so, yeah, Peggy, I love it because that dish is so versatile. And that's one of the things that Pampered Chef really likes to try to do is give you multiple uses. If you only have one use for the item, it doesn't work as well. So here's one of the things that you guys can tell on this one. Yep, that is stored with garlic in it. So this is actually dried up garlic since I haven't been here for a while. But I usually have it right here, usually right within reach. But I have two of these. One of them is my garlic one and the other one is my others. You can put almonds in there and you get shaved almonds. If you're a chocolate person, you can put pieces of chocolate in there and you get this nice shaved chocolate. I was going to show you guys that, but I ended up using all the chocolate morsels. So we're just going to leave it at this. Let's see. We also have our stackable cups. One of the things that I love about this is they are really easy read and really well balanced. So I have those readily available. This is my simple slicer, and I don't even put my simple slicer away. This is one of the coolest things that I think that we have. So for those of you that have been around Pampered Chef for a while, you know that we had a mandolin. We recently discontinued that item because this one I think is so much better. Though the mandolin has a lot of extra blades that you could use, I never used any of those other blades. Maybe the julienne blade, but it was just so tedious. So the simple slicer, literally, for those of you that didn't see, I grabbed it from right here. So I don't even put this thing away. And one of the things that I like about it, it's got these little stoppers here, and they're little silicone, so you don't move too much on this, or you can lay it flat and you can slice. You can also, for those of you that see, it's got kind of that notch right there, so you can set it on top of something and just slice over that. So where is this useful? Well, again, using our large bowl, I can make a quick sliced salad. So I put the salad in there, I kind of toss it, and then I want to slice some radishes, or maybe if you want to slice some Brussels sprouts for one of our Brussels sprout dips, you can use this. And so this is the food guard, and what you want to do with the food guard is it's got these little lips, and you want to make sure that they slide over there. And then, so when it's up on this part of it, you're going to put those radishes or something in there. You're going to put this on top, and then you're going to slice. Let's see. We've got a couple more minutes. I'm so afraid of burning down my kitchen that I said it so many times. Yes, cucumbers are amazing on this thing, Peg. So one of the things that I like about it, for those of you that have littles, is it has this lock feature, which is when it's flush with, there we go. So I was just going down, I'm not cutting my finger, and I'm going in the direction that I would normally go. So it's flush mounted with the blade. And then you can do one, which is kind of paper thin. Let's see. Nope, we have to go this way. You can barely even see because it's flush, or it's so paper thin. And then you've got the 2 and the 3, and you can see the 3 a lot better. There you go. And then let's go to 2. See if I can do this all on video. So you can see there's a little bit of a gap there. So 3 is going to be your nice thicker slice items. So your sliced cucumber would be great on size 3. Size 2 and size 1, size 2 is going to be if you're using the Brussels sprouts and you're trying to slice those or shred those. My friend Cindy's worried I'm going to not burn my house down but still end up in the ER somehow. But we have a great Brussels sprouts dip that you can make in the bowl, and I will post that down in the comments section of this video so you guys can have that recipe. But you use our simple slicer. You pack 3 Brussels sprouts in there at a time. So you know what? Next Whip It Up Wednesday, we're making Brussels sprout dip. It's delicious. I know those of you, I know I've got some friends out there that aren't big fans of Brussels sprouts, but seriously, trust me, it's amazing. Alright, so, just so I don't keep you guys on the phone too much longer, or on the phone, on the TV too much longer, I'm going to show you. There you go. That is your s'mores dip. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add those graham crackers to the side. And basically, graham crackers come in those, like, I think it's 4 pieces. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, break the graham cracker, break it in half again, and you just build a couple of those and stick them around the corner or the edge. And what it does is it builds this nice little, be careful when you do that, it just gives people an easy thing to grab when they want the dip. So now, it is quite warm, so be careful. So now you can see the graham crackers are around the side. You put this out on the table, any kind of potluck, anything like that, you are going to be the biggest celebrity at that potluck. So if you guys want to purchase the large serving bowl, I'm going to do a deal for those of you that are watching Whip It Up Wednesday. Between now and the 30th of April, I'm going to put a link in there. If you order that bowl, I will throw in something for free, and trust me, it's going to be one of those items that I absolutely love and I think everyone needs to have. So please let me know if you have any questions. I will be back next week. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for stopping by.